All right, so let's be honest. Have you ever been at an airport and just you're totally overwhelmed by like everything going on?
Oh, yeah.
It's thousands of people and flights taking off every minute and luggage zipping around like it's got its own GPS.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Someone has to make sense of it all.
Absolutely.
That's where the airport planning engineer comes in.
Right.
They are the masterminds who design these intricate air travel hubs, and we're going on a deep dive into their world today.
Yeah, this will be good.
Trust me, it's way cooler than you might think.
It's a field that's constantly evolving, for sure.
Oh, I bet.
Driven by, the ever-increasing demands of global travel.
Right, yeah.
And you know what fascinates me is that airport planning is about so much more than just runways and terminals.
Really?
Yeah, these engineers are shaping the future of travel, anticipating growth, integrating cutting-edge technology.
Wow.
And yes, even prioritizing sustainability.
Really?
It's pretty amazing. They're the ones who make sure your airport experience is as smooth and enjoyable as possible.
So we're talking about the brains behind the whole operation.
Yeah.
And lucky for us, we've got some incredible insights from RoleCatcher.com to guide our deep dive.
Oh, nice.
They've got detailed career guides, interview tips, and even some mind-blowing info about how AI is transforming the job hunt in this field.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
By the end of this, you'll know exactly what these engineers do, the skills you need to succeed, and the incredible career paths that await.
I'm excited.
Ready to unpack this?
Absolutely. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
What do airport planning engineers actually do all day?
Right.
It's a question I hear a lot.
I bet.
And the answer is anything but simple.
Because it's not just drawing lines on a map, right?
Not even close. These engineers are responsible for the entire life cycle of an airport.
Oh, wow.
From the initial master plan to managing those massive infrastructure projects and expansions.
Wow.
Yeah, it's about big picture thinking on a grand scale.
That's a lot.
And get this, the RoleCatcher guide actually highlights automated baggage handling as a key responsibility.
Hold on. Automated baggage handling.
Yeah.
That's straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Right?
So they're not just engineers. They're basically wizards of travel logistics.
Pretty much.
What kind of skills do you need to make that kind of magic happen?
Well, a solid engineering background is definitely key, and the source specifically mentions civil engineering as a common path.
Okay.
But it goes beyond that.
Oh, I bet. You need some serious people skills to wrangle all the stakeholders involved.
You hit the nail on the head. Communication and project management skills are absolutely crucial.
Right.
Think about it. They're the liaison between the airlines, the architects, construction crews, government agencies.
Yeah.
It's a delicate balancing act, for sure.
Wow, that's a lot of cooks in the kitchen. You'd have to be a master negotiator to keep everyone on the same page.
And that's where those certifications come in, which we'll dive into a bit later.
Okay.
Earning the right credentials can really give you an edge in those high-stakes situations.
All right, you've piqued my curiosity with these certifications.
Okay.
But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's talk career paths. What does climbing the ladder look like in this field?
Well, RoleCatcher outlines 4 main levels, from entry level all the way up to senior airport planning engineer.
Right.
And they don't just tell you the titles, they give real-world examples of what each role entails.
So you can really envision yourself progressing, right?
Yeah.
Starting out, maybe assisting on those master plans, and then bam, one day you're leading the expansion of LAX.
Exactly. And imagine the feeling of seeing your designs come to life, impacting millions of travelers every single day.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's the kind of impact that gets me excited about this field.
Wow.
But there's another layer to this whole job hunt process that's impossible to ignore. AI.
Okay, the AI revolution is here, right?
Yeah.
It's changing how we do everything, even applying for jobs.
Yeah.
What did RoleCatcher have to say about that?
This is where it gets really interesting.
Do-
They've incorporated some pretty amazing AI-powered tools into their platform that are designed to help you stand out from the crowd.
Oh, wow.
And we're not just talking about fancy formatting here. We're
Right.
talking about AI-powered CV analysis, which honestly blew my mind a little.
Okay, AI analyzing CVs. You're going to have to break this down for me. How does that even work?
Imagine this. You've got your CV right, and you're eyeing a specific job description. RoleCatcher's AI takes both and acts like a super-powered matching system.
Oh, wow.
It identifies how well your skills and experience align with what the employer is looking for,
Okay.
giving you a score based on the match.
So it's like having a secret weapon
Yeah,
to help you tailor your application and get noticed in a sea of applicants.
yeah.
That's incredible. But even with the perfect CV landing, A job in this field has got to be super competitive, right?
It's definitely a sought-after career path, and for good reason. The demand for airport planning engineers is directly tied to global travel trends, which, as you can imagine, are constantly on the rise. More travelers, more flights, more need for bigger and better airports. It's a chain reaction.
Makes sense. Everyone wants a piece of the action, so these engineers are in high demand.
Yeah.
But are there any downsides? What about the challenges someone might not realize just from reading a job description?
Ah, you hit on a crucial point. Remember all those stakeholders we talked about?
Yeah.
Balancing their interests can be a real tightrope walk. Airlines want maximum efficiency, local communities might have concerns about noise pollution,
Right.
and then you've got environmental regulations to factor in. It gets complicated.
It sounds like it takes a special kind of person to thrive in this environment, someone who can handle the pressure and make those tough decisions. Did RoleCatcher have any insights into that?
They did. The source emphasized the importance of being able to not just work under pressure, but make difficult calls
Yeah.
and deliver even the toughest messages with diplomacy and clarity.
So you're not just an engineer, you're a diplomat, a negotiator, and a problem solver, all rolled into one. That's a lot to handle. But let's flip the script for a second and talk about professional growth. What can someone do to really stand out in this field and climb that career ladder?
This is where showcasing your work becomes absolutely essential. RoleCatcher really emphasized the importance of building a strong portfolio,
Right.
especially in a field as visually driven as airport design.
So we're not just talking about blueprints here, are we?
Not at all. Think of your portfolio as a visual story of your career.
Okay.
It's about showcasing your technical skills, absolutely,
Yeah.
but also about highlighting how you've solved complex problems, brought innovative ideas to life, maybe even how you've made an airport more sustainable or improved the passenger experience. It's about showing impact.
So you're not just telling potential employers what you can do, you're showing them. But even with a killer portfolio, is there anything else aspiring airport planning engineers can do to get a leg up?
Absolutely. Networking is a powerful tool, and the sauce touched on this as well. Joining professional organizations, attending industry conferences, even connecting with mentors. These are all valuable ways to learn from the best and stay ahead of the curve.
It's all about building those connections and staying ahead of the innovation curve, which in the world of aviation is constantly evolving.
Precisely. And that brings us back to AI. Remember those interview prep tools RoleCatcher mentioned? They've got AI-powered features that are honestly game-changing.
Wait, AI can help you prepare for interviews now. This is blowing my mind.
It's true. Imagine this. You practice your interview answers,
Okay.
and their platform analyzes your delivery, your content, even your body language,
Wow.
providing you with personalized feedback to help you improve. It's like having a personal interview coach available 24/7.
That is incredible. Talk about using technology to your advantage. It sounds like RoleCatcher is really trying to give candidates every possible tool to put their best foot forward.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, what kinds of questions are we talking about here? What do these interviews actually look like?
You know, I found the sample interview questions that RoleCatcher provided to be incredibly insightful.
Yeah.
They weren't just about testing your technical knowledge.
Right.
They were designed to really understand your thought process, your problem-solving abilities, and how you handle those high-pressure situations we discussed earlier.
So it's really about demonstrating that you have the whole package, the technical expertise, the soft skills, and the ability to think on your feet.
Exactly, and that's what makes this field so fascinating. It's a constant balancing act of technical brilliance and human-centered design.
Because ultimately, it's all about creating a positive experience for the millions of people traveling through those airports, right?
Absolutely. A well-designed airport is more than just efficient. It can be welcoming, even inspiring.
Now, that's something I want to dive into more. We've talked a lot about the technical side, but what about the human element of airport design?
That's a fantastic question, and it's something that often gets overlooked. Think about it. Airports are often the first and last impression someone has of a city or even a country.
It's true. You step off a plane and suddenly you're immersed in a new culture, a new experience. The airport sets the stage.
And that's where the creativity and vision of an airport planning engineer truly shines. It's about designing spaces that are not only functional, but also aesthetically pleasing, welcoming, and even inspiring.
It's like they're designing for a first impression,
Yeah.
but on a massive scale. You've got to impress millions of travelers from all walks of life. What are some of the ways these engineers achieve that? What does that even look like in practice?
Imagine walking into an airport terminal that incorporates elements of local art and architecture.
Okay.
maybe even showcasing regional materials. It's a subtle way to create a sense of place and connect travelers to local culture even before they've left the airport.
It's like giving them a taste of what's to come, a little preview of the experience that awaits them.
Yeah,
That's brilliant.
exactly. And it's just one example of how airport planning engineers are thinking beyond the purely functional aspects of design.
All right.
They're considering the emotional impact of these spaces, creating a more enjoyable and memorable travel experience.
So it's really multifaceted role. You're
Mm.
not just an engineer, you're an artist,
Mm.
a cultural ambassador, a visionary. That's pretty incredible when you think about it. But let's rewind for a second. How do you even get started on this path? Does RoleCatcher have any advice for those just starting their journey towards becoming an airport planning engineer?
They do. They stress the importance of getting hands-on experience as early as possible.
Okay.
Internships with engineering firms, airport authorities, really any organization involved in airport planning or development,
Right.
those are invaluable.
Because seeing those theories and concepts come to life in a real-world setting,
Mhm.
there's no substitute for that.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
beyond that, finding mentors in the field can make a world of difference. Having someone who can offer guidance and support as you navigate the complexities of this career, that kind of mentorship is invaluable.
It's like having a co-pilot guiding you through the world of aviation, helping you avoid turbulence and reach new heights. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of airport planning engineers, what's the one big takeaway you hope our listeners walk away with today?
You know, for me, it's about recognizing that this career is about so much more than meets the eye.
Yeah.
It's demanding, yes, but also incredibly dynamic and rewarding. And at its core, it's about shaping the future of travel, making a tangible impact on the world.
Blending technical expertise with creativity, vision, and a genuine passion for pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the world of aviation. That's the heart of an airport planning engineer. And if that spark of excitement is ignited in you, who knows? This might just be the career path you've been searching for.
We've covered a lot of ground today, from the technical skills to the human-centered design elements. But here's something to keep in mind. The world of aviation never stands still. It's constantly evolving, facing new challenges, and embracing new innovations.
So as we look ahead to the airport of the future, with its supersonic jets and maybe even flying cars, one question lingers. How will these engineers continue to adapt and innovate to create airports that are not only efficient, but also sustainable, resilient, and even more deeply connected to the communities they serve? That's something to ponder.
It's a challenge that I, for one, am excited to see them tackle. Because the sky's the limit when it comes to the future of air travel.